name's Ali Bolden, and this is my evaluation of which media institution should distribute my media product and why for my A-Level Media Foundation portfolio. So, looking at which publisher would publish my media product would either be a multinational conglomerate or an independent publisher. I've decided to go with a multinational conglomerate. This is because my magazine is more mainstream and therefore would fall under a more conglomerate publisher ideal. I would choose conglomerate also because it seems to attract a larger audience, because multinational conglomerate publishers are more established and well known, and therefore if they publish my magazine, more people would see it and it would get read more. But my magazine isn't quite niche enough, it's not quite individual or extremely different to what's out there to be for an independent publisher. If I were going to use an independent publisher, my magazine would have to probably use more or less known bands in it, or be aimed at a more specific group of music rather than just the whole rock genre itself. The advantages of me using a multinational conglomerate publisher would be it would be distributed more because it's well known, it's bigger, it would get put out a lot more people would see it. It would also create more synergy because with multinational conglomerate publishers such as Bauer Media, they seem to have, for each and every magazine, there's like a Facebook group, a Twitter page, an Instagram, Pinterest, Google Circles, Facebook, you name it, they've got it. So from a website to a magazine itself, it would also produce much more publication for my magazine, and again, more people would see it. It would make my magazine more established, more known, because it'd be associated with something such as Bauer Media, which people have learned to trust. They know they're a big company, they've got lots of other successful magazines. There's a possibility it could be cheaper to produce because it's such a big company, it'll have more money under it anyway, and therefore to produce my magazine on a bigger scale and for more people, it'd just be cheaper in the long run than an independent publisher. However, there are some disadvantages. It can be seen as quite cliche. There's already quite a few rock magazines that are out there that kind of copy off each other, whereas if I went with an independent publisher, it'd be more niche, more new, more individual. It could be seen as overdone and reinvented. It could be like reinventing Kerrang, reinventing Metal Hammer, reinventing Rock Sound, reinventing alternative press. The same ideas get recycled a lot, which could be seen as pretty not imaginative and just mainstream. It's not got a specific target audience as much as an independent publisher would have. Mine's aimed at people who like rock kind of music and magazines, but if you went for a niche idea, you could say, I'm aiming my magazine solely at people interested in metalcore. That then limits it down way further and gives you a more specific audience. And it's not as exciting and new to some people because they're like, yeah, we've already seen that kind of magazine, we've seen that kind of style used in Kerrang, we've seen that kind of article idea used in alternative press. It can be seen as a bit overused and overdone. So my magazine production, nationally or locally, I'd like to go nationally because I feel that with a rock genre that's opened as wide as this, it could hit a lot of people, especially in the States and stuff like that, who are interested in this kind of music, so I think it would be better on a scale of nationally, or even just limited to the UK itself rather than just England or just that area. Again, it'll pick up more people, a bigger audience, more publicity. It'd be distributing more people would read it, more people would know of it, more people would want it. Again, increase profit, increase awareness of my magazine. Just general increase of profit itself, more money from the magazine, more money from the audience. People make money from it in the magazines, people that are advertising stuff and people who bands will get more profit because they'll be more known about. And again, more synergy across multimedia platforms. So maybe your country doesn't have, or your city doesn't have my magazine in paper form, but you could read it online or get e-reader or a monthly subscription on your tablet or something like that. And you can also hear about upcoming news, not just about the magazine, but through it. Like, we could have a Twitter feed or a Facebook page that still talks about band news rather than the magazine itself. And now, one of the quite important things, the cost. I've decided to go with £2.50 because I feel it's an average price. Similar magazines of this type, this size, this style, the amount of content, it's a similar kind of price to those already out there, and it seems people are willing to pay this much. It's not too much, but it's not too little. In fact, we won't make a profit. And I also feel that the ratio of the content within my magazine will be sufficient to the amount we would be asking for. So we're not going to put a load of content and put a really cheap price, or not a lot of content and expect people to pay a lot for it. So lastly, where can people buy or access the product? Obviously in shops. Then you need to start thinking about your masthead. Is it big enough? Is it in the top third? Will people be able to see it? Will it be striking? An online subscription, typical people these days don't really want to go out and buy a magazine. They'd rather read it on their phone, their tablet. They can take it wherever they want. Delivery subscriptions, that you could say get Clash delivered to your house for 12 months for a set price, and then maybe next year would give you 10% off. But you can also do it as a perks giveaway, so subscribe now and get a £50 voucher for Impericon, which is what I've used in my magazine, or subscribe and get some headphones or some tickets or stuff that will make people want to buy it